That word, I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them.
What just took place at Quantico with Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump should scare you, but also maybe bring you a little bit of joy through Schadenfreude. Because Donald Trump is alarmingly low energy, like troublingly not on it. I don't know if it's too early in the morning. He's still talking. It's 10:21 a.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time here in Washington, D.C. And Donald Trump does not appear well. Sweaty on his upper lip, obviously thrown off his game that he's speaking to a room filled with flag officers, with full generals and senior the highest levels of the enlisted ranks in the military in this room, in this one room, Donald Trump. And he walks out and makes a statement about how it's the most quiet room he's ever spoken to, and it clearly rattles him. But let me remind you of exactly the kind of energy he's bringing. Remember how he used to talk about Jeb Bush as low energy Jeb? Here's a moment that you should remember from Jeb Bush's campaign during the 2016 election, and then we'll compare it to Donald Trump.
So here's my pledge to you. I will be a commander-in-chief that will have the back of the military. I won't trash talk. I won't be a divider-in-chief or an agitator-in-chief. I won't be out there blowharding, talking a big game without backing it up. I think the next president needs to be a lot quieter, but send a signal that we're prepared to act in the national security interests of this country, to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
That became a famous moment, that please clap moment. Pete Hegseth finished his speech. We waited around for a long time to Donald Trump to show up. Pete Hegseth took back to the podium and introduced, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, to not the kind of reception that Donald Trump would want. Then he walks out and has his own please clap moment.
So ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the 45th and 47th President of the United States, our Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, Pete. Great job you're doing, too. Fantastic job. I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank. There goes your future. But you just feel nice and loose, okay? Because we're all on the same team.
Low energy Jeb, low energy Don. Now, to the part that should alarm you, while maybe still harboring a little bit of glee for the fact that Donald Trump is completely discombobulated. He can't get back on his game because he's not there speaking to a frothing at the mouth filled with MAGA supporters rally. It's professionals. It is people who have dedicated their lives to service to their country. Now, look, of course, there's going to be a few dipshits in the crowd. Not just by virtue of their rank doesn't make them smart. It doesn't make them have good ideology. It doesn't make them have actual love of country. There's probably some Trump sycophants in the room. But largely he was met with a silent room of people listening to his remarks. And his remarks were absolutely unhinged. In this moment, he's still speaking, like I said. I took a screen recording of this moment from the White House YouTube channel where he's talking about nuclear weapons. And he is speaking to the generals like it's the unwashed, low information horde of Fox News viewers who color themselves MAGA supporters, who are members of the cult, who don't have any understanding of national security, of our posture on a global stage, of the technologies that we use to secure ourselves, nuclear included. He's talking to these people like they don't have the highest top secret clearances of all the military. It's very strange. And he does it in a sing-song, low information. Yeah, the nuclear. I rebuilt our nuclear too, as you well know. It's the N-word. It's the other N-word. You're not allowed to say either. President of the United States, I offer unto you.
I rebuilt our nuclear, as you probably know, but we'll upgrade that also and just hope we never have to use it. We have to hope we never have to use it, because the power of that is so incredible. I see things I don't think they'd show it to you. I really wouldn't want them to show it to you. But when you see the result of what's left, you never want to use that. Never, never, ever. We were a little bit threatened by Russia recently, and I sent a submarine, nuclear submarine, the most lethal weapon ever made. Number one, you can't detect it. There's no way. We're 25 years ahead of Russia and China in submarines. Russia's actually second in submarines. China's third, but they're coming up. They're coming up. They're way lower in nuclear too, but in 5 years they'll be equal. They're coming up. And you don't have to be that good with nuclear. You could have 1/20th what you have now and still do the damage that would be, that'd be so horrendous. But I announced that, based on his mention of nuclear, and it was really a stupid person that works for him mentioned the word nuclear, I moved a submarine or two, I won't say about the two, over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them. And frankly, if it does get to use, we have more than anybody else. We have better, we have newer, but it's something we don't ever want to even have to think about. But when somebody mentions it, that submarine started immediately thereafter. And it's just lurking, but I'm sure we're not going to have to use it. But it's an amazing, it's undetectable, totally. Ours is, theirs isn't. Theirs are totally detectable. We can detect them easily. We go right to the spot. But we have genius apparatus that doesn't allow detection. It doesn't allow detection at all by anybody above water or below water. It's incredible. We're way ahead of everybody in that and other things.
Again, I will make the request for those in the back of the room who apparently haven't heard me say it dozens, if not hundreds of times, to stop electing stupid people to high office. Donald Trump is precisely that. Donald Trump, one, the older he gets, this 80-year-old darling of MAGA world, he needs a nap. Grandpa needs to be attended to. What is he talking about? We have to hope we never have to. No, that's too much energy. We have to hope we never have to use it because the power of that nuclear is so incredible. I see things I don't think that they'd show you. Donald Trump says to a room filled with 1, 2, 3, 4-star generals that they don't know the exhaustive, devastating power of nuclear weapons. Of all people that he would give a speech to, these people, they just don't know. I don't think they'd show that to you, he says. I really wouldn't want to show that to you. But when you see the result of what's left after, I guess, a nuclear weapon is detonated, you never want to use that. Never, ever, ever. Never, never, ever, says Donald Trump. Then he goes on to explain how he moved a submarine as though they're not aware of the movements of our military. Some of these people, it's a need to know. I'm sure some of them don't know the granular level detail of troop movements, of moving our assets from place to place. But he says, I moved a submarine or two. I won't say about the two. You just said about the two. What do you mean you won't say it? You just said it. And then, of course, how Donald Trump is absolutely beside himself with astonishment of stealth technology. But it's an amazing, he tells to generals and senior enlisted people in the military. But it's it's undetectable, totally. Ours is, theirs totally detectable. Ours is totally undetectable. Theirs is totally detectable. Tell us more, Donald Trump. Tell us more, military genius. Tell us more, draft dodger. Are your feet hurting today? Is that what makes you so melancholy, Donald Trump? Is it the bone spurs that are affecting your mood? We can detect them easily. We go right to the spot. But we have genius apparatus that doesn't allow detection. It doesn't allow detection at all by anybody above water or below. It's incredible. We're way ahead of everybody in that and other things. Yeah. I call it the N-word, he says. I think waiting for applause or laughter. But these military professionals, they don't think, most of them, don't think racism is funny. These are educated individuals who have an advanced understanding of the social dynamics in our country. Certainly of the military dynamics, certainly of the social dynamics of members of the military. And they know that racism is a pernicious force. We'll talk about Pete Hegseth's video next, or the Pete Hegseth speech next. But these people, they know. There are two N-words and you can't use either of them. And frankly, if it does get to use, we have more than anybody. So if Russia uses a nuclear weapon, we will defeat them with our stockpile of nuclear weapons, thus destroying the earth. Remember MAD from the 80s, from the Cold War, mutually assured destruction. This is the problem with having a stupid mother. I'm trying not to curse as much because it causes a lot of work for producer Chris. Sorry, Chris. I'm not going to do it. This is what happens when you elect someone this stupid to high office, especially the office of President of the United States, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, is that they don't have an understanding of history, of the consequence of their actions, of not wanting to repeat the same mistakes we've made in the past. Donald Trump is so intellectually incurious, he doesn't have an understanding of these things. He's ensuring we will make the same mistakes. He will proudly do so and claim it as a victory. This is dangerous. This should make you nervous, this speech, this particular 3-minute portion or whatever it was. But this went on for who knows how long. He may be still yammering right now at 10:30. Gone a little long here. He might be. I would love to know what you think. If you have military experience like I do, if you served on active duty in the United States military, if you were of advanced rank, I was not, I was enlisted man, but if you were of an advanced rank, if you earned that, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Please subscribe if you haven't already to this channel. Make sure you click all the bells and the buttons and the clickers to be notified when I upload on both Facebook and on YouTube. After that, please feel free to comment below the video wherever you're watching it. Share the video, like the video, and you can call and leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always, daily@dollemore.com. I hope that there are a multitude of adults in that room who will ensure that tyranny, that fascism, doesn't win the day. It's going to take more than just me. It's going to take more than just you. It's going to take the people that actually are in the apparatuses of government to make sure too. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another. Have you ever had or heard a great idea during a meeting or a conversation, but by the time that you went to jot that idea down, it was just gone? Wouldn't it be great to have a way to capture all the inspirations without breaking the flow of conversation? PlodNote Pro is that answer. PlodNote Pro is a meeting secretary for during and after your meetings, and it takes down detailed minutes, identifies speakers, and creates summaries with actionable to-do lists. You can then share these insights and summaries with your team instantly. It's like having a pocket-sized personal secretary that sticks to the back of your phone. Click the link in the description to try out PlodNote Pro or use code Dollemore for a great discount on their other products. The Note, which is perfect for smaller meetings, or this Note pen that I'm wearing, which is even more portable. During a meeting, Plod is the perfect work companion. Slim and portable, Plod blends seamlessly with your phone so you can stay fully in the moment to document what matters. Plod can auto-detect whether you are on a phone call or attending an in-person meeting, and it will record and take notes for you in both scenarios. After the meeting, Plod keeps working, generating reports, highlighting key points, and even brainstorming topics with you. You can review transcripts, revisit insights, and search key info across all of your content with Ask Plod. It's like having a second brain on your side. Try out PlodNote Pro today. Click the link below or use this QR code. You can also score a great discount on Plod's other awesome products like the Note Pen simply by entering code Dollemore at checkout. Your insights are invaluable. Don't lose them. Capture what matters without slowing the pace of conversation. Let Plod preserve and power your ideas.